There's a cat meowing at my door. Welcome to Absolutely Marvel and DC. My name's Benny. That is Sal. And today we're going to be discussing the Marvel Studios Loki official trailer to 2021. Tom Hiddleston, Owen Wilson, as posted on the IGN channel, which has 15.2 million subscribers.
It's not messing around.
So just like we did with the Suicide Squad trailer, we're going to go through this piece by piece and analyze it for anything interesting. And there's a lot of fun Easter eggs in this. But my biggest takeaway is that this reveals the plot finally.
Yes.
Do you want to explain it, Sal? Go ahead.
Well, we had a couple of tidbits. I think at this point, no one is surprised if you did watch any of the trailers that this is a time travel show. It's basically Marvel's Quantum Leap, in which Loki is essentially captured by what is known as the Time Variance Authority. It's a group of timekeepers.
It's the TVA.
My apologies. But basically, he's doing like a work release program where it's like, you done goofed on time taking the Tesseract. Now, obviously, you didn't know you were in an alternate timeline, but guess what? You were, and you messed it all up, so now you got to pay us back by working for us. That's what the trailer is essentially saying, that, like, that is what Loki's job is. That's the through line for him, is he's got to fix what time got broken. And I'm like, yeah, more please. Just before we even get into it, I was like, this is everything up my alley. First of all, Tom Hiddleston, dreamboat. Secondly, time travel.
He is dreamy.
And number 3, cleans up the time travel of Endgame. Because is Endgame, is it an alternate timeline or not? Was Cap in past or was he in an alternate timeline? I bet we find out in this show because the writers and the directors don't agree on the same movie they made. So I'm excited to get some answers on this one. At the very least, just to shut everybody up about it.
And that's what I love about this. So let's go ahead and we'll talk about the trailer. We'll talk about like what's happening after and our opinions on the overall thing. Right. So it kicks off right at the beginning of the trailer that I told you we're watching, 11 seconds. It just shows him walking into the TVA.
Right.
Right off the bat, you definitely get a vibe that this is mysterious and eerie and all kinds of it's weird. And they want you to have that vibe. They want you to have a vibe that this is weird.
Yeah, it's like 70s space cult aesthetic.
Yeah. Now, the introduction of Owen Wilson at about the trailer here, 30 seconds or so, they're going back and forth. I can already tell this is going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
It's going to be a ton of fun. Owen Wilson is going to be our straight guy, I guess, to Loki. Just being Loki.
although I disagree. I think that Owen Wilson is going to give Loki a run for his money in terms of treachery and deception. I think that Owen Wilson's like, wow, you think that you're the guy who makes all the... Wow. But yeah, I think that he's like, no, man, like I do play the tricks. I do the deception. Because he's got to fix time. He's got to be clever. He's got to be on his feet.
I agree. The next thing I find great, when they drop him at about 40 seconds...
Yeah.
And he has to verify everything he's ever said.
So great. First of all, adorable cat. Secondly, bureaucratic office a la the Hudsucker proxy. Great stuff. And then, please confirm everything. This is absurd. Sign this too. And at first, when I was watching that, I'm like, oh my God. I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm so averse to office life nowadays. But the concept of having to sign all those papers, I was like, oh no. That sucks.
I'm wondering. I get a feel there's going to be some back and forth humor, but he's just going to end up signing everything at that point.
Oh yeah. Well, he's going to want to leave.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they show you the branching timeline is the direct result of Loki took the Tesseract, used it, space stoned out, and as a result, Avengers ended differently?
Well, and that's just it. That's what the whole next segment is. They're just basically saying that, and you're right. Avengers ended differently, which created branching timelines.
Yeah. So now, because Avengers ended differently, any number of things could happen. Thor: The Dark World ends differently. Thor: Ragnarok maybe never happens, and as a result, all kinds of stuff takes place. And I guess we'll see some elements. I think it's going to be mostly self-contained. I don't think we're going to get a grand tour of the Exiles Marvel universe where it's look at this alternate version of Spider-Man. I don't think we're going to get that. I think it's going to be more Quantum Leap, where he just goes to different places and deals with
I see us going to places like ruins.
Yeah.
President Loki shows up a little bit later, but before we get to that, at 120, the first of our fun Easter eggs is Rock's cart.
Yeah, well, I guess the idea is that Roxxon takes over everything, or it's like an alternate history or future where...
What is Roxxon in the MCU? Are they actually in it?
I have not seen Roxxon outside of maybe like an oil truck, but I know that Roxxon has played a big role in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I think we've seen it in like Cloak and Dagger and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because in the comics, it's huge. The Minotaur runs it. It's normally against Thor. The Hulk's been fighting him right now.
Yep. Roxxon's been around for like 45, 50 years. Who knows? They've been a staple of Marvel as a fake corporation. I'm excited to see them, lovingly embraced by the MCU. But I doubt it's going to be much more than, an Easter egg. Like we're doing right now.
Our chat says that Roxxon was in Agent Carter, but this is the first full Roxxons in the MCU.
Right. Cool with me.
Yeah.
So that's fun. I guess the idea is like maybe like the Avengers fail and the Chitauri are defeated or beaten back by like Roxxon. Like it's all speculation. I couldn't even begin to assume.
But if you go to 122, there's a line that's stated here, Sal.
Yeah.
You really believe that this variant of Loki... Now, remember all of my recent theories about how Tony Stark could come back, how Black Widow could come back, how Captain America could come back? This is opening up that can of worms.
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah.
Because we killed Loki. Loki died.
Right, Loki died, and now he's not. Now he's not dead. Like, Loki is here. And I guess they're right. Like, our Loki is dead. This is a variant on Loki. This is a Loki who...
He wears a jacket that says variant on it. Where is the jacket? If you go to, at this trailer, 118. Mm-hmm. Is it 118? No, right before the 118. So there it is. If you go to 117, he's wearing a variant jacket. To me, this says that they are now opening up the doors to bring back the dead.
Yeah.
And if anybody who disagrees with me, they're literally doing it. He dies.
Loki, our protagonist is not the Loki it was not the Loki who played Get Help with Thor in Ragnarok. He's not the Loki who pretended to die in Dark World. He's not the Loki who eventually was murdered by the hands of Thanos. This is the Loki who, same guy, but didn't experience all those things, didn't go through the growth and change.
Well, yeah, this is the classic Loki back to the way it was. Because he's the Loki from Avengers 1 who caused the problems. The Loki who grew and became a fan favorite, he's gone.
Yeah. And I think because we're introducing him to Owen Wilson and we see like the flashbacks and stuff, that this Loki will be brought up to speed. It's like this is where you would be, but you took the Tesseract.
And you vanished on us, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard for them to bring it back. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we keep moving. Who do you think, I don't know if you caught this in your first viewing, at 124, right after she talks about the Loki variant, there's a person in a cloak who just goes ham right there.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're only there for like a second.
Right? Honestly, because of how quickly Marvel will like integrate character or story arcs, like Age of Ultron, the movie, was named after an event that was like the body was barely cold on the Age of Ultron comic book event.
Yeah.
I think it's Requiem, aka Gamora, because Gamora is also a variant.
If the variants end up teaming up?
Yeah. Or
that would be a crazy surprise.
Or like they tried to recruit Gamora first. She went rogue, and now she's like freeing the variants. Like, listen, our versions are dead. They want to keep us here doing this forever. I'm not quantum leaping until I die of old age. Forget it. Like,
yeah.
I want to go back. I want to go back to, reintegrate into my life. And these guys have no intention of letting you do that.
That is a crazy theory, Sal. I didn't even think of that being Gamora, because you're right. She is a variant as well.
Yeah. And she has the opportunity to do a better reveal than the original comic book Requiem, because it was just like, that's Gamora. Well, obviously, that's Gamora. It's Gamora. And then it takes off the mask. Oh, it's Gamora. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
Like, And just the fact that it's like this badass is kicking ass who seems to have a feminine silhouette and has a cloak. I was like, yeah. Maybe it's
I was
Gamora.
thinking possibly female Loki, but Loki's not known for being a very martial artist kind of person.
No, he's got the 2 knives, and that's kind of a recent development anyway. Yeah. I'm going to stand by my Requiem theory, but I do think we are going to get female Loki. I think we're going to get, like, maybe it'll be a window, maybe there'll be, like, a time mirror he looks in, and they'll stunt cast him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Who do you think who would be an amazing stunt cast as female Loki?
Kristen Wiig.
What? Where? Why did you just pull that out of your butt? What?
I just thought she'd be fun. I thought that'd be great. Like, yeah.
All right, so moving forward on this, we've got so there's that person again with the hoodie. That person with the hoodie pops up at 134.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're not going to talk about Avengers Tower being destroyed.
Nah, no. Where's that at? Did I skip
That's
it?
in like 128 or something.
Oh, the city destroyed behind them.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that. I mean, I saw it was destroyed, but I didn't even catch that. That was the landscape, that view.
Yeah. I guess maybe the Chitauri won in that version. I don't know, but it's like it's still the Avengers Tower. New York is wrecked, but like it looks like it's overgrown, so it might be the future.
That's got to be the one that they lost. That they lost what happened, and now they're in the far-flung future. Well, yeah, because if they, when does Loki take the Tesseract? Is that before or after the Chitauri?
It's
attack?
after they win. It's after they've already defeated. They've defeated the Chitauri. They destroyed the mothership. They put Loki in the mouth guard, and they're taking him downstairs.
Okay.
So the Chitauri have already lost. But like maybe Thanos came early. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe this broke the timeline in both directions, kind of a thing. Shows like to do that one, and you're like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, don't question it. We're doing time travel.
Exactly. So we got that. We have a crazy purple planet that we see later that has a lot of speculation on it. We'll talk about that in a minute, I'm sure, but we'll get there.
Is there more coming up on that one? Because I do have an idea on that one.
Yeah, well, I think that's it. So go for it.
Well, we definitively have at 141, Loki gets away. So he's going to get away.
Oh, yeah.
And go wander through the timelines.
Yep. Yeah. He'll either go through, like, doorways or... Yeah, it looks like they're time doorways.
Yeah. The purple planet, I think, is whatever planet Thanos was on.
Oh, Titan?
Well, yeah, but is it Titan? They just show him on a purple planet.
Oh,
for
yeah,
the
you mean
time.
like that floating asteroid thing that he was on? Like when he first showed
look
up?
Like that could be it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's
What
purple.
do you think it is?
I've not that I've heard anything. I assumed when I first saw one of the first trailers that it was Vormir.
Okay.
But I think you're probably closer in that it is a weird, crazy rock. It could be Earth that's just been wrecked, but like because the moon is really close. But it could not be a moon. It could be like a.
I mean, if it turns out to be Thanos' planet, and you don't want to get James Brolin to come back,
yeah.
If you did your Gamora idea, it would all line up perfect.
Right, exactly. So that could be it.
Or
Makes
we
sense
have
to
a
me.
variant Thanos.
We already have a variant Thanos.
What if there's another one?
Right? Yeah, it's funny because there's a couple of variants. We got a variant Steve Rogers.
Josh Brolin, my bad, not James Brolin. Josh Brolin.
That's right. Yeah.
Variant Stu Rogers can pop up. We get the variant Black Widow.
That's the one that I'm hoping for. Is like that
That's
go-
Black Widow running through the timelines.
I would be okay with that. I don't think it is. I think we've said what we're going to say about Black Widow for a long time outside of the movie. But
Yeah. I like your Gamora idea because they did that whole Requiem thing recently, and they could have done that with planning.
Right? I mean, like even the Vote Loki is pretty recent, and it's like 1-to-1. It's an amazing reveal, and you know they got that whole brand synergy going. So
What is that's the one when the moon's really close to that planet. Mm-hmm. The moon's destroyed too, so I don't know what's going on in this.
Right? I mean, it does.
That's 142 in the trailer.
Yeah, it does remind me of how wrecked Titan was when, like, you know, the planet's off its axis, the gravity's all over the place. There's like destroyed moons everywhere. So I mean, it could be that Thanos happened or some similar thing. It's a great opportunity if you're going to go to space and talk about wrecked planets to introduce Galactus. I doubt they're going to do that, but again, It's all speculation.
So we got a few scenes of Loki doing things, but who is this character at 10 steps ahead of you? And then he comes to, we see, there. Oh, what's her name? She's at 145, right between 145 and 146. Who is that?
I think that is a character from Infinity Wars who was Loki's, like, I don't know, like, she went with Loki on his adventure to the end of creation, basically. Floa, I think her name was.
Floa?
Floa. I think that's Floa. I know Infinity Wars sucks.
I like it, actually.
I did not. But Floa was this character. She was the keeper of Asgard's history on some asteroid. Okay, so this is just an adaptation of frickin' Infinity Wars. Oh my god. If that's Floa and that's Gamora, this is Infinity Wars, man. This is Infinity Wars. Because remember, Asgard's destroyed. In Infinity Wars, Asgard was also destroyed, and they still had all these histories, all these books.
Yeah.
That were basically just what if comics that showed you alternate versions. Remember, Loki's motivation in Infinity Wars is he wants to find out if there's a version of him that's good.
Yes.
And it takes him to the end of creation to do so.
That would make sense because we literally have a variant Loki that's going to be shown that he can become a good guy. And wow, this is going to be Infinity Wars meets something. I mean, we got President Loki at 148.
Yeah, right. But it could be that maybe Owen Wilson's like, no, there is no good Loki.
The good Loki died, and there is no good Loki. So he goes on a journey to find him by jumping into timelines like, well, I'm president. Why couldn't I be a good Loki? That kind of a thing.
Right.
Yeah. Did we just predict the plot?
Did we just crack Loki?
All right, let's keep going to see maybe.
Yeah.
We got other characters. That is just a bunch of quick little shots of people.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? Your theory lines up. 2 minutes. They're talking about how Loki has stabbed everyone in the back, and he's like, well, not this time.
You're right, not this time. And it's like, yeah, no, we're statistically speaking, it's going to be you.
Dude, that lines up. Oh my god! If you called this, that's the plot of the movie.
That's the plot. It's Infinity Wars. But we're also seeing at 2:07, he's sitting with a woman with short red hair. You're kind of like, is that Black Widow?
That is Black Widow.
See,
look at the outfit. That is Black Widow.
I know. I'm worried that they're CGing us. That they're like, no, they're gonna think it's Black Widow, but it's not. It's not Black Widow. Ha 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 ha.
With where this location is. This is Black Widow at the end of everything.
Right.
Because this comes out after the movie.
The Black Widow movie? Yeah.
Which is finally coming out. So what if my theory's right, that at the end of the Black Widow movie...
I think Loki comes out first because they moved Black Widow to July.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. No, Black Widow's coming out July 9th or something.
No, I thought it was still May.
Oh, no. They moved it.
Again?
Yeah.
Damn it! July 9th. There goes my theory. But my theory of something happening where she's either back or able to do... This could be at the Soul Stone. This could be a point in time. This could be the end of something. But that looks to me like it's Black Widow.
Oh, it does to me too. And I think they want you to think that.
Or they're going to introduce Death finally.
Oh, that'd be great.
And Death will use Scarlett Johansson basically.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it, nothing really over the top. Just looks like more cutscenes that line up with the music.
Yep.
Because they were really all about that, that bass drop, line up every scene transition with this
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, glad they did. By the way, I haven't watched any trailer breakdowns of this just because I'm like, I don't do that. But yeah, this looks pretty cool. Honestly, I saw the trailer. I was like, I'm so in. I don't care.
Oh yeah. Once they said what the actual plot is, because Loki looked interesting, but they weren't saying what the plot was. It was it's Loki in time. It's that other Loki. What do you mean? Is that other Loki?
Right? Doing what? I don't know, but but I can't wait to find out.
Yeah.
I'm so hyped for this movie.
But, all right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed our analysis and theory crafting for the new Loki movie. I'm Benny. That's Sal. We're absolutely Marvel and DC, and we'd love it if you hang around and check out the rest of our videos. We talk about all your favorite TV shows and movies with analysis, discussions, and theories right here with our crew of me, Sal, Dan, and Dylan. and would love for you to stick around with us. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time right here at Absolutely Marvel in DC.